Hello, everybody. You're here with Claro Beauty with your host, Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, today is another episode of Fragrance. And I'm very excited because I love this fragrance. I never actually have bought a full bottle, but I've been so close because it's just a favorite. I mean, for everything, for every day, for work, for out. I mean, it's just great. And what I'm talking about is Narciso Rodriguez for Her. I think a lot of Narciso Rodriguez fragrances are great, so we'll be trying this one. To tell you the truth, I don't remember what it smells like. It's been a long time, but I remember I loved it. So we'll see how I do this time. All right. So this is the Eau de Toilette. It is the black bottle because there's several Narciso Rodriguez for Her, and it's kind of like a segment, and then it divides on different ones. But let's see. The first thing right behind it, this is a sample. It says, the For Her signature heart of musk is surrounded by osmanthus notes and amber wood to create an elegant fragrance. There you go. So we already know it has amber wood. I don't know what osmanthus notes are, but we'll discover. So the first thing, while I open it and apply it, I first go, if you haven't seen my videos on fragrance before, I first go to Fragrantica, which is a kind of a website with all fragrances are there, just to see what they talk about, this one in particular. And then I go to the actual fragrance website and see how they describe it. And if you see me doing this quite often, you know, I'm in my 50s. What can I tell you? I get a little bit of hot flashes. All right, so Narciso Rodriguez, the first thing, let's apply it. I can't wait to smell beautiful, if it is what I remember. Oh, yes. This is like a timeless sense, but mild, but good, memorable. It's just gorgeous. So let's see. Let's keep talking. Let's describe it and then see why I haven't bought a bottle yet. And if I will, and who do I think is for, and what for? I kind of said it already, but all right, so let's read a little bit. This is Narciso Rodriguez for Her, Narciso Rodriguez for Woman. It's the black bottle. It says main accords: musky, powdery, white floral, floral, citrus, fruity, woody, amber, animalic, and sweet. Surprising, I wouldn't say the first item will be musky and then powdery and then white floral. So I guess that's what it is. I get the white floral kind of subdue in the background. I wouldn't immediately say, oh, it's a white floral fragrance. But it is that femininity sort of beautiful scent. But it is musky first. Let's see what it says here. It says Narciso Rodriguez for Her by Narciso Rodriguez is floral, woody, mass fragrance for women. Was launched in 2003. So it's been several years. Narciso was created by Christine Nagel and Francis Kirkdijan. Top notes are African orange flower, osmanthus, and bergamot. Middle notes are musk and amber. Base notes are vetiver, vanille, and patchouli. Very surprising. I don't smell the vetiver, nor the patchouli, nor the vanille. Of course, it's settling down. Those are the base notes. But vetiver is supposed to be very grounding. And so I really appreciate when a fragrance has something that really grounds, like the cedar or something, you know. However, I don't think I feel very grounded by applying it. It's interesting. Not so far. In any case, this perfume is the winner of 2 awards. I did not know that. Fifi Award Fragrance of the Year, Women's Nouveau Niche, 2004. And Fifi Award Fragrance of the Year, Woman Nouveau Niche, 2007. So this is the first time ever I review a fragrance that have had an award, and this has 2. So, you know, I did know this was one of those timeless favorites for a reason, right? So a little bit more that says here. Usually it doesn't say that much, but this one does. So young and very modern. I agree with that. American designer of Cuban origins, Narciso Rodriguez, I didn't know he was Cuban. This is the designer, right? Has launched his first fragrances, which has instantly become the hit in the US. True. I'm telling you, I've heard about this fragrance forever, and everybody talks wonders of it, and it's still kind of a favorite in the, especially in Nordstrom's. That's where I've been able to smell it, find it, and see all the line. The new modern aroma is aimed at the modern and free woman who is aware of her sexuality. It is sensual. I can see it. Not at the beginning, but now that it's settling, yeah. Popularity of this fragrance, regardless of its unusual composition and heavy character, and perhaps exactly because of that, is easy to explain because it reflects a desire of every woman to attract, and seduce. I can see that, and the more it settles, I can see that because it has that drawing in sort of quality. And the sweetness, I guess that's the vanilla on the, yeah, now I'm seeing the vanilla. So it is a little bit of that seductive, but not in the I'm a fatal, woman attraction kind of out to get you. It's more than that I pull you in sort of seductive. Yep. Okay, what else? This almost seems like a novel now. It says, and this fragrance has openly sexual character. Okay, we just confirmed that, right? I don't want to lose my space. Okay. Unusual lustful composition is created in the sensual musk in its center, surrounded by orange, osmanthus, and amber. The base unites vanilla, amber, and vetiver. We established that before. Intensive sharp scent with hidden and scarcely discernible densely sweet nuance in the center later turns into a soft and balmy powder. Okay, we'll see as we speak here, because right now I think it's still sort of settling down and that seduction rolling in, and it's still very strong in the air. I'm sure that's going to mellow down a little bit, but it's still very significant. It's interesting that they mention it has a heavy character, which is precisely what I like on a fragrance because it reminds me of a niche fragrance, right? When each has their own strong character and a strong lane. So they describe it as a heavy character. I would agree, even though it feels that kind of mellow, soft kind of fragrance. But it does have, I like this. I'm going to steal this description for fragrances, right? That it says heavy character. I like that. All right, let's continue. Scent, hiding scarlet, scent, okay. The aggression disappears and the fragrance becomes tame and gentle. I agree. That's what I was saying. You apply it, it's strong, it calls you. But as it's settling, I agree. At first, it draws you in, and then we're waiting for the tame and gentle. But if I remember correctly, that does happen. Let's continue. Not yet. I don't know. We've been talking 5 minutes. It hasn't settled to that tame and gentle yet. But let's continue. At first, in 2004, it was launched as EDT in black bottle and pink outer box. Then in 2006, the EDP was created in a pink bottle and black outer box. The composition was changed despite the fact that the musk note has remained in the center of the composition. EDP has rose notes in the top. I don't know if you want to continue, for me to continue reading this. It says the trace has become more mysterious and rich thanks to exotic woods, patchouli and sandalwood. Okay, I'm not smelling the patchouli. Maybe they added thinking that is the sexual, sensual vibe. I'm not smelling it. But what it is happening, it is becoming stronger in that seductive way. And what I mean is I immediately started smelling now, like at the beginning it was very mild and elegant and timeless. Now it's smelling more, when I used to go out in dinner or go out in a club or whatever, the fragrances you use are loud, or there's something loud about them. They're supposed to, because there's so much going on. So I'm smelling the loudness, and it's bringing up a little bit of a rose kind of fragrance. It's interesting because nowhere does it say rose. It does say floral, but it's bringing that kind of rose scent. So let's continue, and then we'll see what the actual website says about it. Both variants of the fragrance can be described as floral chypre with intensive musk nuance. Only the first one is sharper and more aggressive, while the second one is sweeter and softer. So is this the first or the second one? I think the first was launched in a black bottle with pink outer box. So I guess this is the first one because it is a black bottle. That's what I'm thinking. So this is sharper and more aggressive, while the second one is sweeter and softer. Okay, yeah. So remember I said that, so there's Narciso Rodriguez for her, and there's several colors of the bottle and different varieties. So I guess this is some of what they're describing. So this is the black bottle. The creator of these fragrances are Christina Gall and Francisco. Okay, so we're done with that. So it is transforming. You know, I have mentioned that there's some fragrances, you apply it and it smells how it smells at the beginning, it goes throughout. And then there's some that you can't tell the difference from when you apply them to when it's drying to where it's dry. So far it has been transforming, and so far it started milder, now it's stronger. I feel I'm in the middle of it. Perhaps it's growing roots. Remember I said vetiver, that's my dog, vetiver grounds. I don't know if I feel grounded yet, but I feel it's kind of like growing roots and it's coming into my own, if that makes sense. I kind of started, wow, I'm excited about it. And now it's like, ooh, I'm becoming myself. And the fragrance is becoming me with it, if that makes sense. All right, so we're in Narciso Rodriguez. Very sensual, has like 3 pictures of beautiful, gorgeous woman in a very sensual kind of, it's gorgeous. I love the marketing of fragrances. It's just so artistic, because how do you even bring to life what something smells like? And that is obviously, it's interesting for people to want to watch these reviews like myself. I like to watch scent reviews because you really can't smell the fragrance. I think it's more fun when you have it with you or you smell it and then you see the reviews of others, because it's interesting to see what other people think about it. But on my case, I remember watching a lot of fragrance videos just because there's something about them. So I hope you're enjoying this one. All right. So little does it read, Narciso Rodriguez for her. I'm talking the full line, not just this bottle. It says, collection is profound statement about sensuality and beauty. This fragrance line has an enduring intensity that is intimate and sensual. It is addictive. And I would agree with this in the sense that it has been years and obviously has 2 awards. So it has that addictive quality. And yeah, it's not that I keep smelling it like many others, that it's like I smell it, I forget, I smell it, I forget, and I have to keep going. This one, I smell it and it's still lingering. I haven't forgotten, so it's still strong, but in a nice mellow way. I don't know if that makes sense. So let's continue. For her muse, Lola Nikon has a classic beauty that is timeless. She conveys confidence effortlessly and without artifice. She embodies a very pure intrinsic beauty that has depth and integrity. It's mysterious. I don't know about depth. It's mysterious. Integrity, we'll see, right? All right, so when you go down the line, again, there's all these bottles. There's the black and the pink, which apparently we read a little bit about it. And then there's other ones, light pink, kind of light corally, but it says musk nor rose, musk nor. So I guess there's variety of them within the line. And then there's a darker pink, bolder pink, and a kind of a white one, pure musk, fleur musk. So there's different kinds, but we're going to stick with this black bottle. And it says, a rare musk enhanced by a pure synthesis of delicate floral osmothus notes, soft amber, and hints of patchouli. We already had established that. So I don't know why. Okay, no. So not a lot of information. I'm not even seeing the ingredients. I guess we have mentioned them already. And Fragrantica had told us, right? The top, the middle, and the base. So now that we've been talking here, that I've been talking here for a little bit, the fragrance has settled down. I feel invigorated by it. So I feel I'm in the fragrance already. So explaining myself, at the beginning when I sprayed it, I felt the scent was here, and then it kind of started coming to me. I'm like, I love it, timeless, all of this. Then it started becoming me, and I saw this pulling in, seductive, sensuality. And then it started becoming my own and grounded. That's where I am. But I am feeling the whole fragrance throughout. So now it's like a big cloud of the fragrance. So you know that feeling that you don't know if everybody else is smelling it, but you can smell it? That's how I feel. And it's one of the experiences of why I use fragrance. I use it a lot for myself, where I just want to be in it. And this is the case. I feel bad for my animals. Sometimes I don't wear fragrance because I know they'll be annoyed. They don't tell me, but I know, it's more bothersome for them. They have such a strong smell. I have several pets. And so my husband just arrived. Hello, I'm filming. And so, where was I? Okay, we're almost done. So, I lost my concentration. So in this case, I feel very in it. I can smell it. It's surrounding me, and it's not really settling down. So this thing about it's gonna become mild and tame. I don't know if in a couple of hours. So who do I think is for and what for? You can definitely take this to the office. However, and you can work because it's not screaming. It's not like, I'm right here. So it has that mildness. However, you keep in mind the whole description, which is all about seductive, sensual, things like that. However, it's not that loud. So I would be able to take it to the office, especially if you have like the mini skirt and the coat and you want to look kind of sexier in the office. Yeah, you can take it. I wouldn't recommend that. Not my style, but it will work, especially for youngsters, right? Not because you're going to seduce anybody in the office, but because you want to just feel that whole feeling of being alive in the office. But I would suggest it more for, every day, but more in a fun, if you want to be elegant, if you want to be dressed up, if you have a luncheon with your girlfriends, if you have a date with your husband or your boyfriend, definitely if you have a date. So it is a beautiful, beautiful female fragrance. I'm glad they say it's not unisex. Nowadays they like to say everything is unisex, even though it's more feminine or more masculine. I appreciate when they say is for women. This one says is for her. And it's for women. It is for women. Of course, anybody can wear it, but very, very feminine, seductive, beautiful, enhancing. Yeah. So who do I think it's for? Yeah, everybody from youngsters, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, if you feel like I just described. Would it be, and it has an elegance. Maybe it's the amber. Has an elegance. Would I be buying the bottle this time? I'm this close. I'm always tempted to buy it. It's a little, it's a little loud for me, but that is so bad for me to say because there's other fragrances that are louder and I have them. So I don't know what has not pushed me to get it. But do I recommend it? Yes. It's beautiful, it's lovely, it's everything I just described. So love it, love it, love it. I am so happy I have this 0.8 milligrams, 2 ounces of it, because as you know, I have so many samples. So this is good enough. And if I do finish this thing, I will be getting the bottle. How about that? If I finish it, I'll get the bottle. It's very rare when I have finished those samples, but I love it. I love it, and I'll definitely go back to use it here and there. So that is my review. Is a winner for sure. I will put it on the poster. Favorite, even though I don't own the bottle. Is that fair? Yes, it is fair. I love it. Okay, so I guess if my mom or anybody in my family is watching this, would be a great gift, right? Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. If you haven't done so, please ring the bell in the right hand corner and comment down below. Do you have it? Do you like it? Are you gonna get it? All that jazz. See you next time. Bye. Oh, and if you want to see what I have on my face, I'll link some videos down below. Bye.